Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your spiritual guidance, spiritual revolution guidance reading for the month of Cancer. Okay, so there's a spiritual war going on, and if you're seeing this video, it is because you've been called to be a participant in this spiritual revolution, and we're going to get some messages for you from your guides for the month of Cancer, which is running from June 21st through July 21st. And we have some major transits happening this month. June 29th is a huge day. We have the full moon in Capricorn in your sign. This is your full moon where, there's going to be a lot of energy there for you. And also on that day, Mercury retrograde begins and goes until July 23rd. We also have Jupiter moving into Leo on that same day. And then on July 14th, we have the new moon in Cancer, which of course is going to be opposite your sign. So we're in Cancer season. This is opposite your sign. This opposition can bring with it some challenges. However, this is energy that you are meant to work with rather than against. So let's see what messages come through for you. Okay, so your overarching energy for this month of Cancer, the chakra that you're really being called to connect with is the root chakra, and in particular surrounding the idea of possessions. So we have belongings, finances, assets, and treasures, okay? And what's coming through for me, because Cancer is, like I said, it's opposite your sign. You tend to be, really up here in the head, grounded also, but very logical and structured and disciplined. And Cancer is a very feeling energy. It's emotional, it's sensitive. With this Mercury retrograde in Cancer, you are really being called to reflect on, your possessions, to reflect on, are you holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to anymore? When I think of like your belongings and your treasures in particular, what is actually still serving you and what is taking up space and preventing you from moving on in your life? And I think that this is really part of what you're meant to reflect on, because we can hold a sentimentality to items. And because Capricorn, you are a material sign, you are earth sign. So you do connect with the physical, and there can be a tendency to spend. Capricorn is about the money and about, opulence a little bit, like showing off just a little bit, not as much as, let's say, Taurus, for example. But I want you to consider this theme around your possessions and really what is serving you and what is taking up space and preventing you from moving on. Assets and finances as well. This is a good time to reflect on that. Perhaps spending or what's coming in versus what's going out, and how this affects you emotionally. That's what I want to, I think, focus on for this month. And the other theme that you have is assertion, which is Sun in Aries. So this is bringing some of the fire, some of the passion, some of the drive and the motivation to your month of Cancer. I don't know. For me, the energy that's opposite the zodiac wheel for me, whenever I'm in that season, it tends to pull me down a little bit. And perhaps, that can happen for you as well. But what you're really called to right now is to find that inner fire, that inner drive, that spark of creativity, and to let that shine. So I'm interested to see what comes up in terms of, the rest of the reading, what kind of details, detailed messages and guidance is coming through for you with these themes in mind. Okay, let's get some cards here. Oh, okay. Well, that was pretty obvious. Which way do we want these to go? Okay. Okay. All right. So this is how we want them to play. So this is a big month for you. Like I was saying, we have this full moon in your sign. We have the new moon, which is opposite your sign, and this Mercury retrograde, which is opposite your sign as well. So let's see. So this is kind of your background energy, what you're bringing into this month of Cancer. And it is the Five of Wands. Okay. And the Five of Wands, this is like the conflict card. So there, could have been a lot of conflict in your life over the past few months. There's been a lot of Aries energy. There's been a lot of turmoil happening in the world. And Capricorn, even though you don't have the reputation for being sensitive, you are actually quite sensitive. However, you tend to hold it inside and you don't necessarily show it to the world so much. And this can come across as like when you get to your point, because you're that, that boss man energy, it can come across as, conflict or aggression, or like, you're can be maybe a little bit bossy or overbearing. When you're right and you're not afraid to say it. And this can cause conflict. What is also like, I'm just thinking like this could be in the workplace, this can be with your family, this could be in relationships. But the positive thing is that this is your background energy. This is what you're bringing into Cancer season. So this is now leaving you. You are putting this behind you, all these conflicts and all these kinds of things. You're moving on from that, and you're ready to like move on, to really say, hey, what's done is done, what's said is said. Let's learn from it, move on, and leave that in the past and do better in the future. Because we're all human, we're all susceptible to conflict, to misunderstandings, miscommunications, or even personality conflicts and disagreements and things like that. We're not going to get along with everyone, but you are really paying attention to who you do get along with, what does feel right for you, and healthy and authentic, and ready to move towards that. Okay. So the energy for this month that you're really being asked to embrace is the Ace of Swords. Okay, and so the Ace of Swords is like a fresh start. This is a new project. This is a lot of exciting energy. So new things are starting for you, and you have a lot of momentum, a lot of energy, a lot of power that is propelling you through these new ventures, I want to say. And it's going to feel exciting. It's electric. It's almost as if you can taste the end result, like the outcome of like how fruitful these ventures are going to be. And I'm saying like ventures plural because it feels like you've had a lot of what's the word? You've had a lot of sticks in the fire. I don't know what that phrase is. But now you're really seeing which ones are meant for you. And I think that that's part of where these conflicts were coming from, is because you were operating in spaces and places with people that you shouldn't have been. But now, Capricorn, you're like, oh no, okay, I can see this is where I'm meant to be. This is what I'm meant to do. This is what I'm going to do. And you're starting over. And it's going to be really, really good. And they say like in a Mercury retrograde, don't start anything new. However, what I'm gonna say is that because these sticks have already been in the fire, let me know in the comments what is the phrase. It's not coming through to me, but because you've already had these sticks in the fire, I'm just gonna go with it. It's not like you're starting something from scratch, brand new. This has been in the works, in the plans. It's already materialized as a thought, as an idea, as a concept, and now you're just kind of moving into the execution phase. And I think that's perfectly acceptable. Like that is fine. It's going to work out well. I would say go for it. It comes back to this card, assertion. I was kind of like, whoa, assertion, Sun in Aries. How is that going to play out with this reading when we're in this month of Cancer with this retrogrades and things like that? But now it makes sense. Now it's kind of, coming together. Okay. And now we're going to move into your outcome energy, or what we can kind of expect towards the end of Cancer season this month. And there is a lot, because like I said, you've got a lot going on, and this is all it feels very exciting. I think that this full moon in particular, in your sign, is going to really show you that that you have so much strength and you have so much to offer the world. Like, this is going to be the end of old patterns and old cycles for you, so that you are able to step out into your true authentic path. And so we have the Knight of Cups, first of all, the Knight of Cups, which is emotional. It's the fire of the water. So this is about, bringing this passion, this assertion energy into your relationships. And it feels like the end of Cancer season could be a good time for you to meet someone, or to add some new exciting energy if you're currently in a relationship, and reignite the fire that perhaps has been smoldering a little bit. But so the Knight of Cups at the end of Cancer season, because Cancer is very emotional, and like I said, is asking you to dig into these emotions, is going to bring some romance potentially for you, or like a more romantic outlook on the world. Like, things are going to feel joyful and exciting, and like you're falling in love with life all over again. You're falling in love with the process and leaving this conflict behind, and ready to just embrace all the goodness that is coming to you. You also have the Knight of Swords. So I love that you have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords together in this reading, because these are, complementary cards. It's really about, I'm ready to get things done. You are starting these new projects, these new ventures, whatever we want to call them, and you have this momentum, you have this energy, like this really powerful energy that is helping you, that is propelling you towards success, and where you're able to, it doesn't matter what's going to stand in your way, because there's always challenges, right? In life, that doesn't go away. That's what makes things exciting. But you're going to be able to tackle whatever comes down your path. I feel like, okay, what I'm being called to in this card is, as you see, like, there's all these birds that are like attacking the guy and the knight, and trying to cause mayhem on his journey. And it feels like this is related to this Five of Swords. So there's a potential for old conflicts to kind of come in and try and derail you a little bit, or confuse you, put you off the path, because of their jealousy, or they're not getting that same payoff that they received when you were in conflict with them. So now they're like, oh, I miss that. Where is Capricorn? I need to get this, like this loosh. Like, they're feeding off of your energy. They're feeding off of these denser emotions that you've been trading off with them. But now you're in this Knight of Swords energy, and you're like, you know what? No problem. You're not going to suck me into that. You're not going to feed off of my energy. Just out of the way, type of thing. And that's what I'm really feeling is coming through on this, which is very exciting. Very, very happy for you. You have the Two of Pentacles as well, which is about balance. And this is what I think is speaking towards this possessions card as well, is because Pentacles is all about our material experience, our money, our finances, our just everything that's happening in the physical realm, in the 3D. And you're being asked to find some balance there. So I love that this is tying back there, because as you are starting these new projects, there could be some worry around, am I going to be as successful in these as I was over here? Perhaps, you had a really good payoff financially from whatever was happening in the past. And now you're concerned that it's not going to be the same. But what this is telling you is that there will be balance. That you're going to be able to find this equilibrium quickly. Like it's not going to take a long time for you to be where you were, and that's bringing this finances and assets theme into play. And then finally, you have the Emperor card, and this to me is a very quintessential Capricorn card. The Emperor is the boss. The Emperor has everything mapped out, planned out, very strategic, knows where he is, knows where he will be, understands all the players in the game and how to play the game, and in fact has probably designed the game and made the rules himself. And this Emperor energy that you're going to have at the end of Cancer is like, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a sigh of relief. It's like now you feel like your full true self, that you are no longer compromising who you are, Capricorn, for anyone else, to, make sure that everyone in the room is feeling comfortable. You're like, no, you are comfortable and you are being authentic and true and feeling really in control of yourself, of the things that you know that you can control. And I love that outcome energy for you. And I think, of course, part of that is going to be removing yourself from the haters and whatever that looks like, focusing on the future and executing on your path, really balancing your emotions and your belongings, and making space for the new. I feel like that, in a nutshell, is kind of the main theme here for you, is making space for the new, whether that's with the people or your actual possessions. Okay, so hopefully something in this resonated for you. This is a general reading, so take what resonated and leave the rest for someone else. If you do want to go deeper, I do personal readings as well, so hit me up for that. And if this resonated, drop some comments below. Let me know. Like the video as well. This is a new channel and we're growing, so that really does help. And thank you so much for being here with me this month. I wish you all the best for the month of Cancer, and I'll see you in the next one.